The points A, B, and C are given to you. See, I have marked point A, B, and C. AB produced cuts the y-axis at P. So you join AB, just a rough figure. Okay, join AB and produce it so that it cuts the y-axis at P. So this is your point P. And CB produced cuts the x-axis at Q. So you join C and B so that it now cuts the x-axis at Q. So this is your point B. Okay. Find the coordinates of P and Q. So you need to find out the coordinates of P here, and you need to find out the coordinates of Q here. Okay. Let us finish this part, then we'll move on to the next part. Okay. How do you find out the coordinates of P and Q? First of all, you see this point A and B, you find out the equation of this line, AB. So what is the equation of AB? You know 2 points on AB, A and B. Which form will you use? You will use the form 2-point form, right? So write the coordinates first. A here is the point 40, and B here is the point 22. So what is, take as x1, y, and x2, y2, y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Okay, this is the equation of AB that you are getting. Okay, you simplify this, you will get x plus y minus 4 is equal to 0. This is the equation of AB. Okay, now you see this equation here, AB, let me write it here. Equation of AB here is x plus y minus 4 equal to 0. Now P is the point of intersection of the y-axis and this line. That means how will you get the coordinates of P? You put x is equal to 0. Putting x is equal to 0, we get y minus 4 is equal to 0. That means y is equal to 4. So therefore, what should be the coordinates of P? 0, 4. So you have got the coordinates of P. Next, we shall try to find out the coordinates of Q. In order to find out the coordinates of Q, you see this line here, this line. CB is the line. This straight line, you find out the equation of this line. You know 2 points, you know C and you know B. So you find out the equation of CB or BC. Equation of CB. First write down the coordinates so that you can see which one is x1 and which one is y1. What are the coordinates of C? 0, 6. And what are the coordinates of B? 2, 2. So equation of CB here is again y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Okay, so you simplify this, you will get 2x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. Okay, now you see that Q is a point on the x-axis. That means in order to find out the coordinates of Q, you have to put y is equal to 0. We get 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 3. Therefore, what are the coordinates of Q? Coordinates of Q here is 3, 0. Okay, so let's write down the coordinates. 3, 0. We've got the coordinates, and coordinates of P we have got as 0, 4. Fine. Now the first part of the question is done. Let's see the next part of the question. Next part of the question states, find the coordinates of the points P and Q. This is done. Find the equation of the straight line joining the midpoints of AC and OB. Find the equation of the straight line joining the midpoints of AC and OB. First, AC. Join AC first. Find out the midpoint of AC. This is your AC, right? Which one should be the midpoint of AC? Say somewhere over here is the midpoint. Let us call it M. Okay, M is the midpoint of AC. So now if you read the question, find the equation of the straight line joining the midpoint of AC and OB. What is the midpoint of OB? Join OB. So the midpoint of OB will be here, right? So midpoint of AC and OB, if we join the what should be the straight line joining this midpoint? Let us call it N. So what should be the equation of NM? You have to find out the coordinates of N and M first, right? So first we shall find out the coordinates of M. Let's write here N is the midpoint of OB. Let us find out first the coordinates of M. Right? Let us write down the coordinates of A and C also. What is the coordinates of A? Coordinates of A is 4, 0 and coordinates of C is 0, 6. So what should be the coordinates of M? M is the midpoint of AC, right? The midpoint formula. Which is 2, 3, right? This is the coordinates of M. What should be the coordinates of N? Let's write down here coordinates of OB. O is the origin. And what is B here? P here is 2, 2. So coordinates of N should be 0 plus 2 by 2, 0 plus 2 by 2, which is equal to 1, 1. Right? So they have asked you to find out the equation of the midpoints of AC and OB. What are the coordinates of midpoint of AC? 3, 3. Of midpoint of OB is 1, 1. So therefore, what is should be the equation of Mn? Equation of Mn, that is the straight line joining the midpoints of AC and OB. Is, take this as x1 y1, take this as x2 y2. So the equation of this will be y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Right? So you've got the equation. Simplify this. You will get 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. The second part of the question is also answered. That is this one. Find the equation of the straight line joining the midpoints of AC and OB, where O is the origin. Next, third part is verify that this line, which line? This line passes through the midpoint of PQ. Okay, midpoint of PQ. Which one is the midpoint of PQ? So you have P here and Q here. So join them. That means this straight line, MN, passes through the midpoint of PQ. That is what you have to show. First, let us find out the midpoint of PQ. What are the coordinates of P here? 0, 4. And what are the coordinates of Q? 3, 0. Therefore, coordinates of the midpoint of PQ is 0 plus 3 by 2, 4 plus 0 by 2. So you're getting this to be 3 by 2 and 2. You need to check this point is on this line. How will you check? You check whether it satisfies the equation or not. Okay, putting x is equal to 3 by 2, comma y is equal to 2 in the LHS of 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. We get twice 3 by 2 minus 2 minus 1 is equal to 0 is equal to how much do we get? Let's see. We get here 2 cancels here. So you get 3 minus 3, which is equal to 0. That means it is satisfying the equation. That is 3 by 2 satisfies 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Hence, what can you say? Hence, you can say that this straight line passes through the midpoint of PQ. Hence, 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0 passes through the midpoint of PQ. Okay, so that's the end of this question. Do you have any question? No question?
No, sir.
These are all just revision of your, last year class 10. There's nothing new except that the questions are a little long. In fact, some of this was removed from the syllabus also. That's why otherwise you could have done these questions back in class 10 only. Anyway, we move on to number 5 now. Question here is, given the vertices A, B, and C, coordinates are given of triangle ABC, find the equation of the altitude through B, and you have a second part also. So let's draw a triangle first. Write down the coordinates. C is -2, -1. Now let's see what is the first question. Equation of the altitude through B. Which one is the altitude through B? Through B, you draw a perpendicular on EC. This is the altitude. Let us call this point M. BM is the altitude through B. Fine. You need to find out the equation of BM. Okay, how will you find out? See that BM is perpendicular to AC. And you can find out the slope of AC. So let's find out the slope of AC. Slope of AC. Let us call it M1. What are the points here? X1, Y1 and X2, Y2, right? X1, Y1, X2, Y2. What is the formula for slope? Y2 minus Y1 by X2 minus X1. So Y2 minus Y1 by X2 minus X1. So the slope here is 5 by 12. Okay. So if what should the equation of B? What should be the slope of BM then? Slope of BM M2 is the negative reciprocal, right? Which is equal to -12 by 5. And you also know that this BM, this straight line, passes through B. So therefore, what should the equation of BM? Hence, required equation of BM. You know a point. You know the slope of BM. So you will use a point slope form. So y minus y1 is equal to m2 times x minus x1. That means you get y minus 9 is equal to -12 by 5 times x plus 4. Right? And you can simplify this equation to be 12x plus 5y plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, easy enough question. First part. Second question. Equation of a perpendicular bisector of the side AB. So draw a perpendicular bisector of the side AB. This is the midpoint of AB, right? And we draw a perpendicular through this. This is a perpendicular bisector. of AB. Let us call this point N. So N is the midpoint of AB, right? So what should be the perpendicular bisector? What should be the equation? You know the point N, right? You can, by midpoint formula, you can find out the coordinates of N. Now, once you have got the coordinates of N, do you know the slope of the perpendicular bisector? Yes, you can. You can find out the slope of AB, this line. And if this line is perpendicular, you take the negative reciprocal of the slope of AB to get the slope of the perpendicular bisector. So let's first find out coordinates of N. So this is the second part. This was your first part. The coordinates of N. The midpoint of what points here? 10, 4, minus 4, 9. So 10 minus 4 by 2, 4 plus 9 by 2, which is equal to N, 3, 13 by 2. This is the coordinates of N. So you know the coordinates. Let's write it here. 3, 13 by 2. Now we shall proceed to find out the slope of the perpendicular bisector. But before that, we want the slope of AB. The slope of AB. Y2 minus Y1 by X2 minus X1. Which is equal to minus 5 by 14. Right? So you've got the slope of AB. So therefore, what should be the slope of the perpendicular bisector of AB? Let us call this M1. M2, negative reciprocal of M1, which is equal to 14 by 5. Right? So hence, what is the equation of the perpendicular bisector? You know a point on the perpendicular bisector, N, and you know the slope also, M2, is equal to 14 by 5. You can find out again by point slope form. Hence, equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB. Y minus Y1. Y1 is 3 is equal to M2 times X minus X1. X1 is 13 by 2. Put the values of M2 here, 14 by 5 to X minus 13 by 2. Okay. So that is what you will get. And you can simplify this equation, take the LCM and take everything on one side. This is the required equation of the perpendicular bisector. Any question here? No question? Moving on to the next question. Question here is a line through the point 30 meets the variable line y is equal to tx at right angles at P. What do you mean by variable line? See, y is equal to 2x is a variable line. If you put t is a variable, okay, you for different values of t, you will get different lines. Okay, so the line here is not fixed actually. Okay, t is not a constant. So 6. The given variable line is y equal to tx. Call this 1. Now you see the line through the point 30 meets the variable line tx at right angles at the point P. Okay, so what is the slope of this line? What is the slope of line 1? Y is equal to mx plus c. Compare it. You get m1 is equal to slope of this line. M1 is equal to t. Right. Now this line, there is another line. Let me draw the figure. Maybe then you'll be able to understand better. This is this is the line y is equal to tx. Okay. Another line is at right angles to this line. Okay. Say this line is at right angles to this line. And this line, what happens is it passes through the point 30. Okay. This is 90 degree. This is right angle to this line. To the line y is equal to tx. The question here is find in terms of t the coordinates of p. So this line meets this straight line at p. You need to find out the coordinates of p. First, in order to find out the coordinates of p, we shall find out the equation of the perpendicular line through 3, 0. Okay. So slope of this line here, variable line y is equal to tx is t. So therefore, what should be the slope of the line perpendicular to y is equal to tx? Perpendicular to y is equal to tx is m2 is equal to negative reciprocal minus 1 by t, right? Now you know the slope of this line and you know a point also on this line. So you can get the equation of this line. Therefore, equation of the line through P is y minus y1 is 0, m2 times x minus x1. That means y is equal to minus 1 by t times x minus 3, right? That means now you take x and y's on one side, you'll get x plus ty minus 3 is equal to 0. Call this 2. So what is P now? What is the equation of this line? Y is equal to tx. What is the equation of this line we have got? X plus ty minus 3 is equal to 0. What should be the coordinates of P? If we solve 1 and 2, if we solve this equation and this equation, you'll get the coordinates of P. So solving 1 and 2, we get, how will you solve 1 and 2? Because in terms of tx, I'll solve the equation for you. So this should be, you put y is equal to tx. Putting y is equal to tx from 1 in 2. We get x plus t into tx minus 3 is equal to 0. That means you get x plus t square x minus 3 is equal to 0. That means now you take x common, you get 1 plus t square minus 3 is equal to 0. That means x into 1 plus t square is equal to 3. That means what is the value of x here? 3 by 1 plus t square. How will you get the y coordinate? Put the value of x in equation number 1, putting x is equal to 3 by 1 plus t square in 1. We get, what was 1? Equation was y is equal to tx. Y is equal to tx, which is equal to t into 3 by 1 plus t square, which is equal to 3t by 1 plus t square. So what are the coordinates of P? Coordinates of P, x coordinate is 3 by 1 plus t square and y coordinate is 3t by 1 plus t square. So we've got the coordinates of P. That was the first question here. Find in terms of t, the coordinates of t. So we have done this. Okay. We have the next part of the question. Next part of the question states, find the value of k for which P lies on the curve. Now, if P lies on this curve, x square plus y square is equal to kx, that means the coordinates of P must satisfy this equation. So let's do this. If P lies on the curve, x square plus y square is equal to kx, then it must satisfy, put the value of x as 3 by 1 plus t square, put the value of y as 3t by 1 plus t square is equal to k into 3 by 1 plus t square, right? Now from here, we can get the value of k. How will you get? Solve this. 9 by 1 plus t square whole square plus 9t square by 1 plus t square whole square is equal to 3k by 1 plus t square. Okay, take everything on one side. 9 by 1 plus t square whole square plus 9t square by 1 plus t square whole square minus 3k by 1 plus t square is equal to 0. Now from here, what can you take common? You can take 3 by 1 plus t square common. If you take 3 by 1 plus t square common, how much do you get? 3 by 1 plus t square plus 3t square by 1 plus t square minus k is equal to 0. That means this part must be equal to 0. 3 by 1 plus t square plus 3t square by 1 plus t square minus k is equal to 0. That means k is equal to 3 by 1 plus t square plus 3t square by 1 plus t square. Take the LCM. You get 3 plus 3t square. So from the numerator, you can take 3 common. It cancels. So what are you getting? K is equal to 3. So luckily, t is cancelling. Otherwise, you would have got k in terms of t. Okay. So hence, the value of k is 3. Any question?
No, sir.
Then we'll move on to the next question. Okay, next question is number 7. The point P is the foot of the perpendicular from A to the line whose equation is y is equal to tx. Let's draw the figure here. This is the straight line. Okay. The point P is the foot of the perpendicular from A. So let's consider this point as A. Its coordinate is 0t. From A, we draw a perpendicular. Okay. And the foot of this perpendicular from A on this line, which is y is equal to tx, is P. So this is the foot of the perpendicular. Okay. Question is determine the equation of AP. Now we proceed exactly in the similar manner. AP. That is given equation of the line is the given equation of the line is y is equal to tx. So therefore, what is the slope of this line? T. So what is the slope of AP? Because AP is perpendicular, slope of AP will be negative reciprocal, minus 1 by t. Now, if you know the slope of this line AP and you know one point on this line, what should be the equation of this line? By point slope form? Y minus y1 is equal to m2 into x minus x1. That means y minus y1, that is t. M2 we have found above as minus 1 by t times x minus 0. We simplify this equation to get x plus ty minus t square. Okay, this is the equation of AP. That is what the first question was. Find the equation of the line AP. Okay, so this completes your first part of the question. Second part of the question, coordinates of P. How do you get the coordinates of P? If you call this 2, let us call this 1. And if you call this 2, P is the point of intersection of 1 and 2, right? So solve 1 and 2 to get the coordinates of P. So solving 1 and 2. How do you solve? Again, put y is equal to tx here. Putting y is equal to tx from 1 in 2. We get x plus t into tx minus t square is equal to 0. That means you get x into 1 plus t square minus t square is equal to 0. That means you get x is equal to t square by 1 plus t square. This is the x coordinate. How do you get the y coordinate? Putting x is equal to t square by 1 plus t square in, let us put in 1. We get y is equal to tx, which is equal to t times t square by 1 plus t square, which is equal to, you get t cube by 1 plus t square, right? So what are the coordinates of P? Therefore, coordinates of P, x coordinate is t square by 1 plus t square, and y coordinate is t cube by 1 plus t cube. This is the coordinates of P, and that answers the second part of your question, right? Second part, coordinates of P. Next, we have to find out the area of triangle OAP. OAP, I don't know where the origin is. So let's see. Let me put the origin anywhere I want. Let us put the origin as here. Okay, so we need to find out the area of this triangle. And you know how to find out the area. O here is the point 0, 0. What is the coordinates of A? 0, t. This is given to you. And what are the coordinates of P here? We have found above. T square by 1 plus t square. T cube by 1 plus t square. So write the coordinates as we do in to find out the area. x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and then again x1, y1. Area of triangle OAP is equal to plus or minus half multiply 0 minus 0 plus 0 minus t into t square by 1 plus t square. That means t cube by 1 plus t square. Okay, plus 0 minus 0. Right. So this is what we get, which is equal to plus or minus half of minus t cube by 1 plus t square. Okay, since we don't know which sign to take, we will simply keep it at plus or minus half plus or minus t cube by twice 1 plus t square, because we don't know whether t is positive, negative. So we'll keep it at this plus or minus. Okay, any question here?
No, sir.
Guess we can start the next question. Okay, number 8. Find the equation of the line joining the origin to the point of intersection of this. Okay, so two straight lines intersecting. Equations are x plus y is equal to 1, 4x plus 3y is equal to 8. These two lines intersecting at some point. and say the origin is here. You need to find out the equation of the line joining the origin with the point of intersection of these two straight lines. Okay, so you need to find out the equation of, say, OP. So the given equation are, how do you find out the point of intersection of two straight lines? Archita? How do you find out the point of intersection of two straight lines? You solve the two equations, right?
Yes, sir.
Solve them simultaneously. I'm not going to solve this equation. You do it on your own, right? Solving 1 and 2, we'll get x is equal to 5 and get y is equal to -4. Therefore, coordinates of P is 5 minus 4. So what is the equation of OP? O here is the origin, right? And P here is the point, 5 minus 4. Hence, equation of the line joining the origin to the point of intersection of 1 and 2. That is point P is 2-point form. Use a 2-point form. Y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. So you simplify this to get 4x plus 5y is equal to 0. See that there's something very interesting to see. This straight line passes through the origin. Do you have a constant term here? Only x and y you have, right? So always remember that any equation of the straight line will be of the form ax plus by is equal to 0. Or you can always write this as y is equal to mx. Okay. Any equation of the line will always be of this form. There will be no constant in the any equation passing through the origin. Fine. So this is what you learn from this problem. Remember, we'll come back to this point later. Okay. So I'll stop here for today. Have I sent you the